he seems to be singing a slightly different tune than that goofy, aggressive speech he made the night he won. But let's talk about it. We got Joe Concha, Fox News contributor. We got Mark Simone, Hall of Fame WR radio host. Gentlemen, welcome back. Mark Simone, changing his tune, wants to talk to Trump. You think they'll hug? How's this going to work?
If you actually watch the whole thing, he said, I'll reach out. They said to Donald Trump, well, to the White House, which means he'll talk to, I would imagine, Susie Wiles or somebody. He'll meet with her. That'll be the meeting. And then maybe, if that goes well, a phone call. They won't meet because I don't think either of them wants a picture with each other. It's not going to help either one of them. It's a good sign. It's a good sign. And he also said in that interview he would keep the current police commissioner.
Mm-hmm. That's very important.
That's very important.
Has she said yes to that proposition?
He picked his first deputy mayor. This is the big problem. This guy is so plugged in Albany with the legislature. Mm-hmm. He made him the first deputy mayor. This is a guy who can get legislation passed. So
that's wonderful to hear.
That's where we got to worry.
But Joe Concha, you really can't run New York without talking to President Trump. Maybe other presidents like Joe Biden, who was auto pen half dead. But Trump is everywhere all the time, right? Hands-on energy. You got to deal with him somehow. Mamdani, I don't know. You got to do it.
And what motivates Mamdani more than anything? Free money from the government. Mm-hmm. So when Trump threatened, okay, if this guy wins, I'm going to withhold as much as I can, Mamdani then becomes this lizard person shapeshifter, and now suddenly he's going to be nice to Trump because that's who the handout's coming from. He realizes that that's a war he is not going to win if he wants to take it.
Well, Trump had threatened, you do something wrong, and the government can always find something wrong. Yeah. You say something wrong as a threat, and they'll withdraw funds. I mean, there's a lot of programs. I don't know what the total is, but it's got to be a big total.
So he's still saying that he wants to instruct the NYPD, Mamdani does, not to work with ICE in any way, shape, or form.
See, that's this police review board, all right, whatever its official title is, police review board, to make decisions for the police department, which is a terrible idea because he'll put in left-wing people, and it'll all be about social workers and not cops. And Jessica Tisch, now she might negotiate that and say, you want me to stay, you can't have that. That would be good, but that's going to be a hurdle.
Yeah, Jessica Tisch is not a negotiator. She knows what she wants.
She's tough.
Yeah, she's tough. She knows what she needs. She's not going to put up with any nonsense from Mamdani. She will leave if that happens. Mm-hmm. That's the problem. But everybody's hired so far is from the Bill de Blasio administration.
Oh, man.
Fabulous.
It was bad. But
fabulous.
It was bad, but it was we got through the 8 years of de Blasio.
It wasn't Marx and Lenin.
We got through it. We'll get through this. We'll go through another pandemic here. That's
Joe
what it'll be
Concha,
like.
Quickly, yes. Brooklyn, unrepresentative of the nation. They have the Senate Democratic leader Schumer. They have the House Democratic leader Jeffries. And Mamdani's biggest margins came from Brooklyn. Now, I'd say Brooklyn is not representative of the United States of America in this day and age.
Not the bumper sticker that you want. Make America Brooklyn now. No, they lost the Dodgers. They got Mamdani, Schumer, and Hakeem Jeffries. Not a fair trade.
I mean, it's astonishing that how could this the party is so insular within a couple of blocks of each other, and they failed miserably. They should every day this thing shutdown went on, they were hurt more. They're utter failures. Schumer's career is over.
And if the leftists' party had their way, they'd let it go 80, 120 days. They don't care about who isn't eating and who isn't getting paychecks because most of them are elitist millionaires, and it doesn't impact them or their paychecks.
I'm calling champagne socialism. Does that fly?
Yeah.
Champagne socialism.
Cadillac communism.
Well, it could be caviar socialism. There's quite
Democrats
a few of these things.
Formed a circular firing squad after all of this.
So who, if you dump Schumer in the Senate, do they have somebody? There's no John Thune, solid citizen with respect. Who do they put up? What horse?
Chris Murphy of Mark Simone's Connecticut.
Chris Murphy, even worse.
He's worse. He's so far to the left.
We're going to miss Schumer one day. We're going to miss him.
Richard Blumenthal would be better than
He's the Schumer of Connecticut.
Well, he did survive Vietnam.
Oh, no, let's not go there.
Okay, sorry.
Brooklyn is not, I'm sorry, Brooklyn, don't take it out on me, but you're not representative of the country anymore. It's the South and the Sun Belt and the Southwest. That's the story. Joe Concha and Mark Simone, but not Brooklyn.